Islam, Moorish Americans, and everyone else, family, friends, etc. Welcome to the second episode, season 3 of Uniting the People. Yay! So, I got a cool little opening song I want to sing for you today, and I hope you like it because it's really short and sweet, but it's kind of cool. I got a pocket full of love. True peace, freedom, and justice. I got a pocket full of love. True peace, freedom, and justice. I got a pocket full of love. True peace, freedom, and justice. I got a pocket full of love. True peace, freedom, and justice. I got a pocket full of love. True peace, freedom, and justice. I got a pocket full of love. True peace, freedom, and justice. I got a pocket full of love. Hey, true peace, freedom, and justice. I got a pocket full of love. True peace, freedom, and justice. Alright, so I hope you guys like that little ditty. It's on my phone. It's not it's recorded on my phone. But alright, so let's get back into our wonderful topic that we left off at last week, which is the Inter Catera Divina. But first, before we hop into that, I need to read from a Holy Quran, the Moorish Holy Temple of Science, aka Moorish Science Temple of America. Separate entities, but same Quran body. We love each other. We're all one people. So, mine is old. This is what mine says. I've had this one for years and years and years. So, let's read. I am coming from chapter 27, the holy unity of the rich and the poor. The holy unity of the rich and the poor. But where Allah sent my eyes today, and this is something that's an old practice that I've been doing for years, spiritually guided. I just opened up, and whatever page it lands on, that's where and wherever my eyes start, that's where I start. So it started here. It's talking about instruction number 12. His heart is hardened with the love of wealth. No grief or distress can make impression upon it. But the curse of iniquity pursueth him. He liveth in continual fear. The anxiety of his mind and the rapturous desires of his own soul take vengeance upon him for the calamities he has brought upon others. Oh, what are the miseries of poverty in comparison with the gnawings of this man's heart? Let the poor man comfort himself. Yes, rejoice, for lo, he hath many reasons. He sitteth down to his morsel in peace. His table's not crowded with flatterers and devourers. He's not embarrassed with the train of dependents, nor teased with the clamors of solicitations. Debarred from the dainties of the rich, he escapeth also their diseases. The rich, their diseases. Mental. The bread that he eateth is not so sweet to his taste. The water he drinketh is not so pleasant to his thirst. Yeah, far more delicious water than the richest draughts of the luxurious. His labor preserveth his health. He procureth him a repose to which the downy bed of sloth is a stranger. Let me rewind that. His labor preserveth his health. Okay, that means you worketh. Your work preserves your health. And if you laying around somewhere, you getting sick and you dying because you're not working your mind, body, and soul. They all go together. Okay. He limiteth his desires with humility, and the calm contentment is sweeter to his soul than all the acquirements of wealth and grandeur. Let not the rich therefore presume on his riches, nor the poor in his poverty yield to despondence. For the providence of Allah dispenseth happiness to them both. Shine on the good, shine on the bad. Yin and yang, yin and yang. Gotta find balance, gotta find balance. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We must find balance. So, this is the purpose of the show, to go ahead and pick up where we left off. A few days ago, I was reading the Inter Catera Divina, the church bulla of 1493. And we went all the way from 1 to 3. It ain't that all the way, but I'm going to go in hard today. We're going in hard, okay? We're going hard for our people. We're going hard. Okay, so I am now beginning at page 4. So we're starting today at page 4 of the Inter Catera Divina. I am going to read all of this to you. I'm scrolling up slowly, so screenshot. Get it. And get it good, okay? If you're going to get anything, get an understanding. So this is what we're reading today. The Inter Catera Divina, or Church Bull 1493. I'm about to read all this stuff to you right now. Let me hold still. Hold on. Alright. Screenshot. Alright, get it while the getting is good. Get it while the getting is good. Can y'all see all that? Okay, I think so. Alright, let's get on in. The essential nature, character, and purpose of Pope Alexander's Inter Catera Divina was invented and constructed to divide the conquered lands of the Moors between the Christian powers of Spain and Portugal. And so, this bull issued from the church is the pseudo-legal basis of canon law, upon which the American Almorac continents and the adjoining islands, America, were divided amongst the bloodthirsty and greedy European colonists. The Christian monarchs of Spain, Ferdinand and Isabella, initiated a siege against the Moors at Granada, Spain, on the 25th day of November in 1491 AD, after domination, to initiate a battle to confiscate their lands and wealth. The battle continued until on or about the 2nd day of January in the year 1492 Moorish calendar. The Christian Inquisitionists conquered this last stronghold of that Moorish kingdom. The Spanish Inquisition. The Inquisition against the Moors thusly was one of the most vital strategic war conquest undertakings pioneered by the Niceno-Constantinopolitan Christian epoch. The ruthless archbishops, the king's knights, and insatiably and hungrily sought to outdo one another in their ecclesiastical determination to rid Spain of the American continents. To rid Spain and the American continents of all heretics and pagans. Heretic and pagan are names coined or adopted by the popes and the archbishops and appointed or tagged to any Moors, any Muslims, any Yahudi, any original Moors Jews, or to any others who were not Christian worshippers of the popes, archbishops, or lords of Rome. Spanish Inquisition confiscation activities and pillage encouraged the Christians' greed for amassing gold, jewels, lands, and other forms of stolen wealth. I gotta pause. Okay, we're back in. So, the Inquisition also brought about and consolidated the monarchy of Ferdinand II of Aragon and Isabella of Castile. The truth of history places the beginning of this Inquisition as it matured in all its demonstrable aspects to about the 4th century, although strong indicators of its incubation stages began in the 13th century. Who is Alexander VI? He ascended to the seat of Holy See after Pope Innocent III died in the year 1492. He, Cardinal Rodrigo Borgia, 1430 to 1503, became Pope Alexander VI from the years 1492 to 1503. Borgia. Remember the show on Netflix, The Borgia? All right. So Pope Alexander VI issued and published that infamous church bulla, Inter Catera Divina, to quell the potential expansion of possession, claim, conflicts between the Christian nations of Spain and Portugal. This bull, which means to enter into agreement, to divide forthwith and forwardly, divinely sanctioned, was partly influenced by their ongoing competitive land conquest requisitions made over the colonized Moorish lands and provinces, formerly a part of the Moroccan Empire. Excuse me, y'all. We doing this today. Everything stopped. These Inquisition conquest claims declared by ecclesiastical and secular powers and the brutal methods used to effectuate them were to become the standard social engineering tools invoked for enforcing Christian discovery policies. In the so-called New World. Oh, for them. We was already here though. Alright, I hope them cats is alright outside. Faraway lands of America. North, Central, South, and the adjoining islands, Al-Mauritania. The Gauls and Franks seized upon opportunity to colonize the advanced, wealthy, and well-organized New World, groomed by ages of applied knowledge and sempiternal culture. We're going to look that word up. It's spelled Sempiternal. Sempiternal, culture. America was ripe for the taking. The church sanctioned opportunistic drive for acquiring more ill-gotten wealth and land expropriations became a hallmark of Christian propagation culture. Religion, artfully used as a weapon, was opening up new vistas for the Christian popes, bishops, doctors, and monarchs. Doctors, dun dun dun. Why everybody sick nowadays? It's 2019. Ain't we civilized? Ain't we cultured? Why everybody sick? Doctors, dun dun dun. And monarchs. For this cause, Inter Catera Divina was issued on the 4th day of May, 1493, and was revised on the 28th day of June the same year. The discordant tone and destructive fate of the Aboriginal and indigenous natural peoples of the American continents and of the world. Let me go back a little bit. It was the discordant tone and destructive fate of the Aboriginal and indigenous natural peoples of the American continents and of the world became a magnet for European Christian military conquests and political chicanery focus. The following centuries to date, 1992 AD, are heavily covered and colored with blood, miseries, lynchings, slavery, land thefts, mortgages as cheating, and the deaths of the Aboriginals worldwide. Gonna pause. We're still dying every day. Some of us die, mostly from lack of knowledge because you know not who you are, you know not how to save yourself, and we're dying because of these inquisitionist policies and practices that a lot of our own have adopted, and they believe that that is who and what they are, and that is not true. That is not. That is due to, this is almost 600 years later. Everybody, you got to wake up. This stuff was written 1493. That's almost 600 years ago. What are we doing? So let's wake up. If you want to live, learn. If you want to live, study. Honor thy mothers and thy fathers, that thy days may be long upon the earth land in which the Lord thy Father God Allah has given thee. Your ancestors gave us law, also called blacks. Every melanated person, we are the law. You must learn it and become it. So this is what we're doing today. You got to know what happened so you know how to solve the issues. And we're going to talk a little bit, tiny bit about estate. I'm just going to say it real quick right now. Reclaiming your estate. It was stolen. It was a plan to steal your stuff. Everything, including your mind. Because this is reality. What we touching, what we tasting, that's not the reality. Yeah, we feel stuff, but everything began from thought. Thought is the cause of it all. Everything we see and manifest was once a thought. So if your mind is not, and your thoughts are not pure, and you're not thinking about the right things, you're lost at sea. You're lost in the waters, and they just gonna scoop you up, put you in their stuff, and keep you there in that lost abyss. But if you want to live, wake up, read, study. So I'm gonna hit page 5. I'm almost at the end of page 5. But we gotta understand how to live, and living has more to do. It's so multi-level. Living. I'm alive. I'm in full life. I'm not a chattel property slave because they've not taken my mind. One, they haven't taken my heart. They ain't took my mind. They're not taking my estate physically. I've rescinded all my contracts. Still work. This is the work that needs to be done by all people, and it needs to be taught to everybody of melanated complexion, to nationalize yourself and know who you are, to undo what was done over 600 years ago. That is reason why everybody around the world is jacked up mentally now. And where is the love? The love was taken. The love was taken. We got to put it back. That's just, come on now. How can you harm another living thing? Like somebody I know today, they were over my home, and I says, well, here we don't kill animals. We don't step on ants. We don't do that. So there's a young man, and I'm like, honey, don't step on the ant. We don't do that. That is life. You respect life. And then another person came right over, as if I didn't say anything because they were on the phone, and they stepped right on the ant. The ant didn't bother nobody. The ants that live in my house is my family. Every plant that's at my house is my family. That is life. So I'm passionate about this because we are all supposed to be in this type of loving state of mind, but we've been stripped from it. So it bothers me when I see my people ain't right, or most people ain't right, because I do love everybody, because I really do care. So let's get back into this and finish this out. I'm going to take this energy and put it where it needs to be done in my studies, and making sure I resolve these things not only in my mind, but in my actions. Islam. The daemonic, D-A-E, monic, M-O-N-I-C, legacies of color of law, color of authority, colorable tribunals, fiat currency, and unwarranted wars and imprisonments were heaped onto the weaker nations and natural peoples of today. The contemporary, corrupted, unbalanced, and monopolistic politics and industry administrations have been spurred by the Inquisition policymakers through their colonial descendant influences and remain subjected to manipulation by their hateful, murderous, and dead culture practices. Dead culture practices. So now a people of love and laughter and life are practicing dead culture. And then we complaining. But not changing. Don't say nothing if you ain't gonna do nothing. Keep your mouth shut if you're not gonna do nothing to help. Sit there and help yourself and be quiet and think about what's wrong. That'll help. What's going on? What's really going on? Then forget that club. Forget that party. Forget that blue suit. Forget about it. It means nothing. You know, I know. Come on now. I love y'all. So we're on page 6. I'm going to pause here and pick back up with this. I'm going to do this every 2 days. Let's hit this every 2 days. Matter of fact, let's go a little harder. I'm going to keep reading all of page 6. And we're going to do part of 7. When they say white supremacy, we're going to stop. All right. During the initial stages of the Inter Catera Divina, the Inquisitor General Thomas de Torquemada of Castile used any excuse to seize the properties of the Moors and Muslims of Yehudi, original Moorish Jews. Torquemada was the first Grand Inquisitor and established Inquisition tribunals for Castile and Leon, Spain. Later, on October 17, 1493, Aragon, Majorca, Valencia, and Catalonia were vested with church tribunals. Seville, Jaén, Ciudad Real, Cordoba, and Zaragoza were also included. Torquemada was also confessor and advisor to the Catholic monarchs, King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella. The archbishops and the Inquisition church tribunals sentenced thousands of Moors to exile or death. Thousands of other Moors were also massacred in large numbers without the ritual of tribunal pronouncements. The Muslims and Yehudi, who were not slaughtered by the Christians, were given 3 months to accept Christian dogma or be banished from the country. These Moorish Muslims who compromised themselves converted to Christianity and worshiped the popes and bishops were called Moriscos. These Yehudi who compromised and converted to Christianity were called Marianos. Still, others rejected the efforts of mind control and brainwashing. Please pause. Islam, all is well. We're back. Still others rejected the efforts of mind control and brainwashing. The Moors who questioned or refused to convert to the blind faith, Christian dogma, and failed to commit or pledge their wealth, their worship, and their allegiance to the popes were sentenced to exile or to any of the many forms of ritualistic torture. These canonically created patriarchal policies were authorized by Pope Innocent III and Pope Alexander VI through the church bishops of Rome. Other nonconformists were to be sentenced to burnings at the stake, quartering, and boiling to death. Torquemada is recorded to have ordered well over 2,000 burnings at the stake during his tenure of the Inquisitor General. The spirit and character of Tomás de Torquemada is the mentoring root of the well-known U.S. demo social qualities that are reflected in the character and personalities of Christian colonists and their descendants occupying North America, and who systematically abuse and suppress the Aboriginal and indigenous Moorish inhabitants of the land. These institutionalized practices and attitudes are fundamental to their quest for power and includes their prima facie, look that up, methods commonly used to amass their extreme pirated wealth. Divina's enmity ruled and institutionalized dead culture misgivings ripe with antisocial and pathological directives is contemporarily known as white supremacy. So it has its roots there. I'm gonna have to decline that right now. Y'all's important. We about to close out. I'll call people back because this is important. I love you. And I know you felt in my voice the emotion, because I don't know how y'all feel, but when I read certain things, I feel a certain type of way. Because I feel things. And it's like the feeling. You have to get your feelings back. Tell them get out your feelings. No, get in your feelings. Find out what's going on, why you feel this way. There's a reason when you feel an unbalance within yourself emotionally that you have to solve it to get that balance again. So let's work on getting this balance more. Let's work on standing up for our ancestors and standing up for our future, because the world can only be saved through love, through truth, through peace, through freedom, and through justice. Now don't forget, love, truth, and peace and freedom have been violated, then what? Justice must take its course. So never forget that. I love you guys. I'm going to close out with a reciting of the Holy Covenant. Ye are the children of one Father, provided for by his care, and the breast of one mother has given ye suck. Let the bonds of affection therefore unite thee with thy brothers, that peace and happiness may dwell in his Father's house. And when ye separate in the world, remember the relations that bindeth you to love and unity, and prefer not a stranger before thy own blood. If thy brother is in adversity, assist him. If thy sister is in trouble, forsake her not. So shall the fortunes of thy Father contribute to the support of his whole race, and his cares be continued to you all in your love to each other. That means I love you. And I'm going to do everything I can to do within my power for the rest of my being here on earth. You can count on that. That's one thing I'll never stop being Rashida Al-Zadiel. I'll never stop honoring our forefathers. I will never stop. I won't. Can't stop me. Allah is with me. Allah is in me. We got this. Alhamdulillah. Y'all have a great day. Islam. Peace. Have a good day. Love y'all. Bye.